Since the beginning of the Caribbean Tourism Organization, the Allied membership, we've been a great part of this organization. Basically, we have a symbiotic relationship that grows stronger each and every year. As the chairman of the Allied Committee, yes, there is a committee, and we send out the ballots and ask everyone to vote on who we would like to honor this year. And after all the votes come in, then we look at the process and all the individuals who have been nominated and to check their contribution for the betterment of the Caribbean. They have had to have done something, either elevate, contribute, make reference, give, whatever it is. The honorees tonight from the Allied Awards, you can bet they are stalwarts of the Caribbean, whether they are Caribbean-based or in the United States. We have 4 awards this afternoon, and I'll start out with the Special Recognition Award. This award is presented to an individual, corporation, association providing expertise and contributing to the development of the Caribbean through positive and complementary word and action. And who is receiving this special award tonight? No other than Marie Rosa. Marie, where are you? Okay, Kathy is going to accept. Marie's not here, but let me tell you a bit about Marie. She's Vice President Adams Unlimited in PR and Marketing. Anything you ask this young lady to do, she is willing, ready, and able. The word no does not enter her vocabulary. Half the time I'm like, you need to start buckling up and say no, otherwise it's going to tire you out. She joined the agency early in her career, and throughout the years, she established a solid reputation within the travel and tourism industry, in particular the Caribbean. She has built strong relationships in both domestic and international among the media, travel agent, tour operator, contacts to key corporate executives. Her passion and respect for the Caribbean is deep and intrinsic. Not only does it stem from working closely with her Caribbean clients, but from an early age when her family vacations were spent visiting the region and absorbing the warmth and unique personality of each island. Marie has been and always will be on call for anything Caribbean related. She's an Allied board member for the CTO organization and continually support the CTO and its programs to raise awareness of the region, and most importantly, to fundraise for the foundation to help tomorrow's leaders. And that foundation, ladies and gentlemen, in case you're wondering, is the Caribbean Tourism Organization Foundation, which provides educational help for Caribbean nationals in the field of tourism and language training. And as the chairman, I collect cash. So on your way out, if you feel like it, feel free. Anyway, the Caribbean will always have a special place in her life, and her commitment to it will never falter. And accepting for Marie? Kathy. Kathy, please come on up. Okay. Mr. Riley, where is he? Oh, would you like to come, sir? Yes. I think we have to go inside.
Thank you, of course. Hello, sorry for the delay. Marie's colleague, Kathy, and very happy to be up here to speak for her today. As much as she wishes that she could be here to accept this award, the reason that she's not here is, surprisingly, because she's in the Caribbean. So she's given me a few words to say in thanks, so I hope you'll manage to indulge me for just a moment. Greetings from Aruba. I am truly humbled to have been elected for this award tonight, and I'm so very sorry that I cannot be here in person to accept. It's ironic that while I'm working in Aruba this week, Caribbean Week is taking place in New York. I am honored to join this year's award recipients and have a tremendous respect for all of them. I wish them, every single recipient, a warm and heartfelt congratulations. You are all here in this room tonight because of your immense passion for a region in the world that is like no other. My love for the Caribbean and to its beauty, culture, people, and so much more is what fuels me too. And I never grow tired of talking about it or encouraging travelers to visit. I feel very fortunate that at a young age I was introduced to the Caribbean by my parents. Whoever thought that that would have led me here tonight? I'm extremely grateful and blessed. Thank you all.
The next Allied Award is the Jerry. Jerry, it was conceived in 1997 in memory. Okay, I guess you're familiar with Jerry Maggott? Okay. Who represented the Allied members on the CTO Board of Directors. The award recognizes an individual who has demonstrated a passion for the development of the region and has dedicated time, energy, financial, personal, and professional resources to its development. The gentleman who is getting this award tonight, I have a running competition with him each year, and I always lose. He does, you see, the rum and rhythm, and all I get to do is the marketing conference, which is relatively boring. Rum and rhythm, it's fine, it's music, it's etc. And he outperforms me every single year in the financial category. I hate to admit it. But what he does, he brings a wealth of knowledge and experience to the tourism and hospitality industry, having served at various levels in the industry for the past 21 years. He currently serves as Vice Consul, Senior Business Development Manager with the Barbados Tourism Marketing, Inc., working closely with the Director USA to develop and implement strategic initiatives to increase destination awareness, visitor arrivals, and increased spend from U.S. travelers. Since joining the BTA in 2004, initially on an internship, his energies have been directed to leveraging his knowledge and expertise to successfully identify new opportunities, forge strong partnerships and strategic alliances with key partners, ultimately resulting in the development of new business, ensuring that Barbados is always at the front amongst consumers in the US market. His love for the industry and its continued success is evident in the level of passion, creativity, and focus that he dedicates to fulfilling his role with Barbados and volunteering his time to impart his knowledge through mentorship to students interested in pursuing careers in tourism and hospitality. His willingness to make a contribution to the industry is also evident in his continued engagement with and support of the Caribbean Tourism Organization on various initiatives, including serving as the chair of Rum and Rhythm Benefit Committee, and that's tomorrow night. I'm sure everyone will be there. It is fun. UC served in this capacity for the past 6 years and is a strong advocate for the funding of scholarships for Caribbean students to pursue higher education in tourism, hospitality, and related disciplines. He's embarked on the academic career in New York City and has attained degrees in hospitality management, tourism, and travel management, as well as global affairs. He was a college valedictorian, Foundation Award recipient, and holds the distinction of being recognized by Travel Agent magazine as top supplier sales representative in the International Tourist Board category. An avid sports enthusiast, foodie, and global traveler, he believes in sharing the warmth and hospitality of his homeland, and the gem of the Caribbean Barbados is the greatest career any guy could ever want. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Yusuf Skate.
I've seen fire in the eyes of my most gifted Caribbean students who, before they reached the finish line, their dreams were extinguished by that call from home, a signal that there was no more money to feed a family and fund a future. I see Dr. Sherma Roberts, a CTO Foundation Scholarship recipient, continuing to make a significant impact on the future of Caribbean tourism at the University of the West Indies and in many other ways. These were just a few of the thoughts that came into my mind when I was notified that I would be the recipient of the Jerry Award. And I want to express my sincere gratitude to the allied members as well as to the Caribbean Tourism Organization. I'm extremely humbled by this award. My driving fire is as a result of the reality of this moment. This moment when I see members of our region rebuilding, when I see that the Caribbean is no longer competing with ourselves, but we're competing with countries all across the globe. This moment when we have to be recognizing the fierce urgency of now. And the fierce urgency of now really requires us to be audacious in our actions, to dare to create a sustainable tourism product across the region where we not only measure tourism success across the region by our visitor arrivals, but we measure it as well by the revenue that it generates and how it impacts our communities and how it impacts our citizens of our countries. To dare to continue to make a contribution to the future of our tourism and hospitality industry, which are the students who will be the ones who will lead the charge when we are no longer doing what we do within the industry today. To dare to simply be different. And every one of us in this room can be a part of that cause. If you're a journalist here tonight, I implore you to continue to share this compelling stories of our region, that people will understand the diversity of our region and all the unique attributes that we represent within our respective countries. If you have the financial means tonight, I would encourage you to write a check for the CTO Foundation so Caribbean students are not disadvantaged because they can't afford to complete their studies. If you're a tourism practitioner in this room this evening or industry partner, consider being a member, a mentor, or consider starting or expanding internship opportunities for the future of our industry. And for those of you tonight, every one of us in here who might not have the financial means to write that big check, you can contribute tonight by buying a ticket for Rum and Rhythm before you leave here, and they're available on the outside. But this moment is not about me. It would be remiss of me not to thank my colleagues from Barbados who continue to support my efforts and has always been a source of encouragement. But in addition to my colleagues from Barbados, I have to recognize my colleagues from all of the other Caribbean tourism boards who are in this room tonight. My colleagues here are the unsung heroes because in the extreme heat of summer and the frigid temperatures of winter, they continue to go out and spread the message of our region and continue to inspire people to come and make a contribution to our tourism. So I really want to applaud my colleagues here tonight from the other tourism boards. Thank you for continuing to fly the Caribbean flag. We don't just share the warmth of our region, but we are here to ignite a fire for the development of our region and its people. Because I believe, and I'm sure you will all agree, that life still definitely needs the Caribbean. Thank you.
Tonight, we have one of the stalwarts of the Caribbean, at least in my estimation, who will be receiving this award. The Caribbean has produced some fabulous females, and all you have to do is look around the room, look at yourself, female, and you are more than fabulous. And then to top it all, not only being fabulous, but contributing, never saying no, always willing to help. Tonight's recipient is none other than Mrs. Joy Jibrilu, and she's the Director General, Ministry of Tourism, the Islands of the Bahamas. She was promoted to this position in May 2014, and prior to this, she served as the Director of Investments in the Bahamas Investment Authority, Office of the Prime Minister, commencing the role in 2008. In both positions, she has been involved in negotiating and implementing some of the largest tourism investment and development projects in the country, including the final phases of the Atlantis Island Mega Resort and the multi-million-dollar Bahamar Resort development in Cable Beach. Just in case you did not know, she's an attorney by profession, so you may want to be careful what you say, when you say it, and use the word alleged. Of course, with her legal background, it was invaluable in negotiating heads of agreements for the major touristic developments in her country, including the $3 billion Bahamar Resort and phases 3 and 4 of the Atlantis project. As a technical and administrative head of BIA, she had a responsibility for shepherding projects from negotiations through approvals on to completions. She's described as a one-stop shop for investment. And while doing so, she's managed to also elevate the Caribbean as a whole, not just the islands of the Bahamas. She's generous to a fault, always making sure there is something for the CTO Foundation. I really don't have to twist her arm nor beg too much. She always says, "Jacqueline, I'll write you a check." Thank you, Madame. Thank you so very much. Again, she is passionate about the Bahamas and the Caribbean region and having the task of promoting her country and the region around the world. She's a firm believer, however, in the belief that we are all guardians of these wonderful islands that many of us get to call home, and as a result, we have an incredible responsibility to promote not only the tourism, but to promote each other, respect each other, and to help each other along the way. She's married, for those who are interested. and is a proud mother of 3 young adult children. Ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Joy Jibrilu.
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Wow. For those who know me, they know that I'm not often at a loss for words. This is one evening that I am. I am truly honored, I'm humbled, and just deeply moved by the honor that the Caribbean Tourism Organization and the CTO allied members have bestowed on me this evening. In fact, I feel rather like a fraud. I feel like I'm being awarded for doing something that I'm absolutely passionate about, and that for never a day has it felt like work. Not only that, I get to represent this beautiful region that all of us get to call home. And beyond that, every day that I go to work, as all of you do, I'm sure we are reminded of how important the work that we do is to our communities, to our countries, that tourism is the underpin for so many of our economies. And so we're responsible, I look at it this way, for schools being opened, hospitals having beds, for parents being able to feed their children. So thank you so much. And to my colleagues, Mr. Skeet, you said it perfectly. We couldn't do this on our own. And it's only because we're supported. We're supported at work, and we're supported through our families. So heartfelt thanks, and to you, Jacqueline, and all of you. Have a wonderful evening, and tomorrow it's party time. The emotion will be gone, and we'll have a great time. So I second your motion that we go and buy tickets for Rum and Rhythm if we haven't done. God bless, have a great evening, and thank you once again.
Congratulations again, Ms. Joy Jibrilu from the Bahamas on the Allied Award. We do have another Allied Award this evening from a very reluctant recipient. Imagine going through all that trouble for the selection, called him to congratulate him, and his response was, "Oh no, I can't accept." I had to explain to him carefully that I did not call to tell him whether he should accept or not. He was being given an award. If he doesn't want to come up, I would speak on his behalf, and if I had to do so, he would not like the outcome. So it is my distinct pleasure to announce that from the CTO member family, we're now going to honor Mr. Johnson John Rose, the communication specialist for CTO. You all know Johnson. If you send him an email at 11 o'clock, you'll get a response at 11:15. You know, anytime you call to ask a favor, you never get a no. It gets done immediately, whether it's in his realm of business or not. He's always looking out for everyone in the Caribbean. He calls, can you help this one? Can you do that one? I mean, the man is a wonder at times. He's got nearly 30 years experience, having written extensively on issues of interest and concern to the Caribbean region, including politics, economics, and tourism. A multiple journalism award winner, Johnson's work has been lauded and held as an example by industry officials and journalists alike. His pieces have been used as basis for discussion on matters affecting the tourism industry and media in the Caribbean. When it comes to communications, he set the standard for all. He's also represented at major conferences, events, both within and outside the Caribbean. He guest lectured in journalism, delivered training for journalists, and helps train public figures on how to speak to the media, and most important, in crisis communication. Among those who seek his expertise are heads of government and senior public servants. To him, training is a passion. He also has intense enthusiasm for youth education, which drove him to walk around Barbados to raise funds for a youth theater program and around Manhattan to raise funds for the CTO Foundation. Ladies and gentlemen, a rousing, rousing, rousing welcome to Johnson John Rose.
I'm going to hold this against Jacqueline Johnson for as long as I live. But then I had a decision to make. Either I accept this tonight, or I have to deal with Jacqueline Johnson for the rest of my life. And I chose the former because I didn't want to imagine what the latter would have been. This is all about my colleagues, my friends, the people with whom I work. Silma, who drives me every single day. Bonita, who I miss dearly. We were very, very close. This is about the media with whom I work, who have been very supportive all those years. When I got into this at CTO, I figured that I was going to do this for 2, maybe 3 years at most and return to journalism. I'm still doing this for some reason. So, because I love it, it's a passion. I enjoy it. I enjoy working with people. I enjoy working with everyone. I enjoy working with all of the media who just drive me, our member countries who push me. It's a passion for me. And then Jacqueline calls me and she says, "You're going to get this award." I said, "What? You must be out of your mind, because you're rewarding me for what I'm already paid to do." And the fact that they are paying me to do that is already, more than I deserve, because, keep sending my check, please. It's not that, You can keep sending the checks. But, if I could do it just for the love of it, that would have been enough. So to all of my colleagues at the CTO headquarters, from Hugh Riley and those before him, Gene Holder, who hired me first, and I told him I was going to do 2 to 3 years, and to Hugh and all of the folks at CTO Barbados, all of my colleagues at CTO New York, and all of my colleagues at CTO London, this is for you. This is for you. Thank you very much, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the night.
Congratulations once again to all the honorees. Another round of applause, please.